King Kosoko of Lagos, the defiant Oba who fought for sovereignty. Lagos, the bustling metropolis we know today, was once a battleground for sovereignty, trade, and cultural identity. In the mid-19th century, as European powers sought to impose their will on West African polities, one man stood as a symbol of defiance against foreign domination. His name was King Kosoko, the fiery and unyielding Oba of Lagos. His reign, though tumultuous, marked a critical chapter in the resistance against colonial encroachment. But who was this enigmatic figure, and why did his story become one of betrayal, resilience, and eventual exile? King Kosoko was born into the Lagos royal family in the early 19th century, a period marked by political intrigue and rivalry within the ruling lineage. As the nephew of Oba Adel, Kosoko's claim to the throne was significant but contested. His early years were shaped by the complex politics of succession, where alliances and rivalries often determined one's fate. Kosoko was a charismatic and ambitious figure, traits that earned him both admiration and enmity. When Oba Adel was dethroned and replaced by Oba Ozemuid of Benin, Kosoko's path to power became fraught with challenges. Despite this, he remained a key player in Lagos's political landscape, biding his time and consolidating his influence among powerful factions. In 1845, after a series of power struggles and the death of Oba Oluwo, Kosoko seized the throne. His ascension was not without controversy, as he faced opposition from factions loyal to Akatoy, another contender for the throne. Kosoko's reign began amidst a backdrop of tension, with his authority constantly under threat from internal and external forces. As Oba, Kosoko envisioned Lagos as a thriving center of commerce and cultural identity, independent of foreign interference. Under his leadership, Lagos became a hub for the trade of palm oil, ivory, and other goods, cementing its status as a key player in regional and international commerce. Kosoko's governance was marked by his emphasis on tradition and his efforts to strengthen Lagos's ties with neighboring Yoruba states and other African polities. He sought to preserve the sovereignty of Lagos, resisting the growing influence of European traders and missionaries. His policies were rooted in the belief that Lagos's prosperity depended on maintaining control over its trade and cultural practices. However, Kosoko's resistance to European influence earned him powerful enemies. The British, who sought to dominate the lucrative trade routes of the West African coast, viewed Kosoko as an obstacle to their ambitions. His refusal to sign treaties that would grant the British control over Lagos's commerce and governance set the stage for a dramatic confrontation. The tension between Kosoko and the British came to a head in 1851. The British accused Kosoko of engaging in the transatlantic slave trade, a claim he vehemently denied. While Lagos had a history of involvement in the slave trade, Kosoko's focus had shifted to legitimate commerce in palm oil and other goods. Nevertheless, the accusation provided a pretext for British intervention. In December 1851, the British launched a military expedition against Lagos in what became known as the Bombardment of Lagos. Kosoko and his forces fought valiantly, using the natural defenses of the island to repel the invaders. However, the British firepower proved overwhelming, and after days of intense fighting, Kosoko was forced to retreat. The British installed his rival, Akatoy, as the new Oba, marking the beginning of colonial dominance over Lagos. Following his defeat, Kosoko fled to Ape, where he established a base of operations and continued to resist British control. From his new stronghold, he maintained a network of loyal supporters and allies, working to undermine the British-backed administration in Lagos. Despite his exile, Kosoko remained a formidable figure, embodying the spirit of resistance against colonial rule. In a surprising turn of events, Kosoko eventually reconciled with the British. In 1861, as part of a negotiated settlement, he pledged loyalty to the British Crown and was allowed to return to Lagos. Though he no longer ruled as Oba, Kosoko retained significant influence, serving as a trusted advisor and leader within the Lagos community. King Kosoko's life is a testament to the complexities of leadership during a period of immense change and upheaval. His defiance against British imperialism and his efforts to preserve the sovereignty of Lagos highlight his unwavering commitment to his people and their traditions. Though his reign was marked by conflict and controversy, Kosoko's vision for Lagos as a prosperous and independent state left an indelible mark on its history. Today, Kosoko is remembered as a symbol of resistance and resilience. His story serves as a reminder of the struggles faced by African leaders in the face of colonial encroachment and the enduring fight for self-determination. The legacy of King Kosoko lives on in the vibrant culture and history of Lagos, a city that continues to thrive as a beacon of commerce and identity. King Kosoko of Lagos was more than a ruler, he was a leader who dared to challenge the forces of colonialism and chart a course for his people's future. His reign, though brief, was marked by his fierce determination to protect Lagos's sovereignty and traditions. In the annals of African history, Kosoko stands as a testament to the enduring power of resistance and the unyielding spirit of those who fight for their land and their legacy.